constantly now please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the performing of our national anthem. Please welcome Dave Briley. Dave is from South Portland and teaches third grade just up the hill at Wright Community School here in Portland. He'd like to dedicate this national anthem to his Uncle John, who he lost this year. As much as Uncle Jack loved the Sea Dogs, he loved his family even more. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Briley. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? All right, Kansas.
Reading Fightin Field.
Two very important words. And right now, 5-year-old
Ready to go here in Portland, Maine for game number 3 of the 6-game set. Now, Reading is on a tear here. They've won back-to-back games against the Portland Sea Dogs. Last night, 9-7. And the night before, they won 7-3. So, been hitting, been scoring, been hitting with runners in scoring position. And they've looked pretty good out in the field. Just one error yesterday. But otherwise, look really good. And you can afford to be a little bit... You can afford to have mistakes if you're going to hit on the other end. And that's what they've done these past 2 games. It's been Madison Stokes. You know, yesterday had another 3-hit game. A couple of RBIs. The other night scored 3 runs. I mean, he's been absolutely incredible. But it's been everybody. It's been all up and down the line. Couple of guys getting base knocks where it matters, taking the walk when they can, laying down the bunt if that's what they've got to do. And the pitching has been pretty incredible too. Last night we saw Adam Leverett get his first Double-A win, and the day before we saw Josh Hendrickson throw 4-hit ball in 6 innings, a career high 8 strikeouts last night. Brian Marconi got his 10th save of the season, good for first in the Double-A Northeast, which is pretty incredible since he started here about a month late into the season because he started out with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws in High A. But it's going to be the former Fightin who is on the mound to start off here for the Portland Sea Dogs. Victor Santos, we remember him well. We remember him fondly because he was an incredible pitcher for Reading. And he's going to start off here against Matt Kroon to begin this ball game. A 25-minute delay. There was some rain on the forecast as Santos gets a first pitch strike here to Kroon, but dissipated, and now we're good to go. They didn't want to eat into the starters if they didn't have to, as the righty Santos comes down and away. Kroon chases their strike 2. So Santos began the season with Jersey Shore, held a 1.33 ERA in 20 innings of work there. He just gave up 3 earned runs, and then obviously got promoted to Reading, where we saw him in Baseball Town a couple times. Another 20 innings of work, just 7 earned runs this time, a 3.05 ERA, one of the lowest for starters in all of the Phillies minor league system. As the 1-2 comes to Kroon, he fouls it back, and he'll keep his count. But what happened here is that the Phillies made a trade with the Red Sox back on January 18th, and they traded for C.J. Chatham and a player to be named later. Well, that player ended up being Victor Santos. I guess the Portland staff liked what they saw when they were here, and it actually happened during the series in Reading, Pennsylvania. So during the series, he had to pack his bags and move to the other clubhouse, which I think was tough for him at the time, but he seems to have settled in really nicely as the 2-2 comes home to Kroon. He chases strike three, and Victor Santos throws 95 miles an hour to get it by Kroon. There's out number one and strike number one. He's been really thriving in Portland. 3-1 since July 17th, a 2.77 ERA, just 8 earned runs in 26 works. They've got him mainly as a starter, and he'll start tonight against the Fightin' Phils. Throwing to Cole Cottom behind the plate, back-to-back days for the catcher. Baldwin at third, first start over there. Williams at short. Then Cannon and Danny Santana, another rehab appearance. We'll see him go about 5 innings at first base. Saw him do that on Tuesday night as Bryson Stott takes a swinging strike. Left to right in the outfield, Rivera, Granberg, and Rosario. So pretty much same situation going on there. And Stott takes a ball downstairs, 1-1. He's riding a 9-game on base streak after walking yesterday. Did not record a hit, but still got on base any way he could. And so we'll see how he can keep that coming. But he has really been on a tear. 76 hits, 20 of them doubles. And in total, 30 of his 76 for extra bases as he chases strike two. That's saying 40% of the time that Bryson Stott gets a hit, it's for extra bases. Santos gets the sign from Cottom. Here's the 2-2 inside. Stott holds off. The count is now full. The Fightins are going to rock those navy blue tops since they've won in the past 2 games and have been victorious there. So they'll keep the good luck charms of Storts. It says Fightins across the front in white lettering, the road gray pants, and that alternate road cap as Stott pokes it over the head of Cannon. It drops into right field. A great line drive from Bryson to start things off. And Reading has a base runner here now for Josh Stephen, and 1 away. Portland still going to wear their home white uniforms. Say Sea Dogs in red across the chest. And Santos rocking white cleats as well, so looks pretty fresh on the mound there as he sets up on the first base side of the rubber. The righty looks back at Stott. Now he comes home to Stephen downstairs. There's ball 1. A young player here in Double-A, Victor Santos, just 21 years old. We'll see another young guy as Logan O'Hoppe will get the start tonight. He is just 21 as well, was called up yesterday, and he'll get the start today as Stephen takes a called strike at the letters 1-1. Roster move for Reading today. Nick Matera transferred to High A Jersey Shore. They needed a catcher down there, so he's going to help him out, just coming off of his injury, a left meniscus tear on June 15th, but he's going. Stott running down to second. A bad throw from Cottom. It bounces right behind the mound, and Stott is in with a stolen base. And he gets himself into scoring position with just 1 away as the count moves to 1-2 to Josh Stephen. And Stott will get himself on the leaderboard for the team high stolen bases, 4 right now. Kroon, Josh Stephen, and Colby Fitch all have 4, and Stott will join them. Looking for somebody to take hold of that with 5. Infield backs up here. Santos to Stephen. Down low, he checks his swing, but the third base umpire, Louis Krupa, says he doesn't go around. So it's ball 2. It's Tom Fornarola calling the balls and strikes behind the plate tonight as Ben Phillips shifts to first base. Umpire crew has been with us all series. Santos comes home. Stephen rips it down the right field line, but it's foul. And we'll have to go again. Talking about yesterday how there is no room down the foul line in the outfield. and how that could impact any plays. You know, Steven had one yesterday he couldn't get to in left field, became a ground rule double. But even like making plays to catch pop flies or fly balls that go into foul territory, there's not much there. Ground ball to the right side onto first. There's two as Bryson Stott shifts to third. He'll get himself 90 feet closer to home as Madison Stokes steps up with two away. Stokes takes a called strike here, scoreless in the top of the first inning at Hadlock Field. The Fightins playing game number 3 of 6 here in Portland, Maine, as Santos bounces in front of the plate. A good block by Cottom. Stott has to stay on third. Checks his swing, goes around, and there's strike 2. The lights have come on here at Hadlock Field. The sun sets in about 45 minutes, but it is cloudy, blocking the sun, so don't want any twilight balls up into the outfield to get in anybody's way. It is hot and humid here in Portland. One of the few days in the 90s. They're telling me it will cool off towards the weekend, but we'll have to see as Stokes pops another one foul. He'll keep his 1-2 count with 2 outs here and a runner on third in a scoreless top of the first. And if Stokes manages to keep this inning moving, we will see Logan O'Hoppe bat for the first time here in Double-A. And Stokes will go down swinging. That's out number 3 to end the inning. So Reading fails to score, and it will be the Fightins who take the field for the bottom of the first inning as James MacArthur takes the mound.
The Reading Fightin Field birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightins birthday. The Fightins fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightins home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightins fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. James MacArthur is going to be the starter for Reading tonight. He's been on a roll his past couple of outings coming back from injury. It's been really fun to watch him and see his progression as he builds back up. He was set to be one of Reading's top starters before he never actually went on the injured list, but he was out for about a month. And so he'll come back here. On a day we faced a former Fightin Santos, MacArthur will face him head on as he starts with Cameron Cannon here. Cannon has gone back-to-back days with a home run. As MacArthur pitches back-to-back balls to start this frame off. MacArthur's had 12 starts and 4 stints in the bullpen this summer. 59 and a third innings of work. As he comes inside and gets the first strike call, the count moves to 3-1. 61 strikeouts, just 20 walks. As Cannon ropes this one down the left field line. He got enough on it, but didn't keep it the right way. As it's a foul ball, the count moves to full here. Got to see if that delayed warm-up impacted either of these starters here. I know they got them started warming up and then paused them in the middle, which could be tough. MacArthur takes a step back. The righty comes home on an off-speed pitch, and it's fouled back, so the count remains full. Big news for Phillies Nation. Rhys Hoskins hit the injured list and actually is going to have season-ending surgery to repair a torn abdominal muscle. As MacArthur misses outside, Cameron walks down to first to start off the bottom half. And the Sea Dogs will have a runner on and nobody out for Grant Williams. So Hoskins is out for the rest of the season, but really got to give credit to his tenacity. You know, came back from injury, tried as hard as he could to fight it off. He had 3 home runs in just the 2 starts he played in and just couldn't make it work. But gotta love that spirit there, the homegrown Rhys Hoskins. And as Grant Williams sees the first pitch strike. Seen MacArthur reach as high as 93 miles per hour so far as Williams pops this one up. It's going to go shallow into right field. Over his shoulder is Salgazzo, and he makes the catch in right field. There's one away. So an interesting infield setup for Reading today. I kind of like it. Bryson Stott getting his second start over at third, as Madison Stokes gets his second start at short. Salgazzo into the infield over at second, and Brock Stassi at first base. And, of course, Logan O'Hoppe making his debut behind the plate tonight. The outfield pretty much the same. Steven in left, Kroon in center, and Kumana over in right as MacArthur comes home. A first pitch strike to Tristan Casas. Now, to tell you a little bit about Logan O'Hoppe, the number 12 prospect in the Phillies system out of West Islip, New York, so Long Island. And not only that, a big Yankees fan, obviously from up there, so loves Joe Girardi, loves Didi Gregorius, and that is actually one of the reasons why he signed. As MacArthur gets into pop and foul, the count moves to 1-2. He was totally committed to going to college. He had no intention. Well, he didn't think he was really going to get drafted and signed. So he had no intention really of doing anything like that. He was going to just go to East Carolina, play there. But as soon as he got picked up by the Phillies in the 23rd round in 2018, as MacArthur throws wild of Stassi on to second, goes Cameron Cannon. And they've got a runner in scoring position with just one out. So he signed with the Phillies, as spent some time playing in 19, but this is really his first big season in affiliated ball. Spent the whole beginning part with Jersey Shore, and now gets the call up to Reading yesterday on the 25th. MacArthur looks back at second. It kind of looked like Casas didn't want to swing, but he makes contact anyways. It goes back to MacArthur and on to first. There's two away as MacArthur gives Cannon a little nod, saying, I know you're back there. And he doesn't run. So he'll stay on second now for Danny Santana. So Santana got 5 innings of work on Tuesday. He had 2 at-bats, did not record a hit, struck out once and walked once. So we'll see how he does today on his rehab back. Coming back from a left groin strain. As MacArthur goes upstairs, Ohapi pops up and is able to catch it before it gets past him. Just ball 1. Not only is he good up at the plate, 13 home runs this season for a catcher. Pretty incredible. He's also thrown out 25 potential base stealers, good for 5th among all minor league catchers this season. So that includes all levels, which is pretty impressive. The Phillies think that they could work on his arm a little bit, and he's set to be a really great prospect for them as MacArthur gets strike number 1. Now, fans are worried because JT is signed for so long that they might not get to see Ohapi up there. You want to know what he thinks about it? He thinks he gets to learn from one of the best catchers out there for the next few years, and thinks he's really going to grow as a player because of it. Got to spend some time in summer camp with the bigger guys and in spring training. Also spent time at the alt site in 2020. So he's got some chance to talk with these big leaguers and pick their brains about stuff. And he thinks that has helped him have a really successful season this year. MacArthur gets another foul ball back into the net. And he's 1 strike away from getting out of this frame scoreless and putting his team right back up to bat. Here's the 2-2 inside. It's a full count to Danny Santana. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball gets in the gap. Santana is going to score Cannon, and the first run comes across the board from a major league rehabber for the Portland Sea Dogs as Santana ends up on first, and Cannon scores from second. The Sea Dogs lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning, and MacArthur is now going to have to go after Devlin Granberg. Still have a runner on, so he'll have to go out of the stretch here. And he's stolen 2 bases, Santana it is, in his other rehab assignment in Worcester, so not surprised if he tries to take second here and test out his legs. But there's 2 outs for MacArthur as he gets a first pitch strike to Granberg. The righty comes home a little bit low. Ground ball left side. A diving Stott can't come up with it. It'll trickle into the outfield, but a good play by Steven will keep Santana at second. And back-to-back base knocks for Portland keeps this frame moving as Roldani Baldwin comes into the game. Now Baldwin listed as a catcher on the roster is out playing at third base. A lot of times if you'll find a catcher at a different position, it'll be first. But today he gets some playing time over at the hot corner. It is hot here in Portland as the sun starts to set. MacArthur comes home outside to Baldwin. 82 degrees here. It's got to be the humidity then, because it feels way hotter than 82. Partly cloudy though, and there's some breeze. Can't feel it in the booth, but I can see the flag out to center field, so we'll see how that impacts us today as MacArthur gets a swing and miss on a pitch inside. It's 1-1. Santana on second, Granberg at first. There's 2 outs here as the Sea Dogs lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. This is the first time they've scored first, and Stokes dives. He tosses it with his glove. It trickles by Gazzo, and Brock Stassi picks it up as Santana crosses home. It was a good effort there by Madison Stokes, but they're going to have to give him a hit, but they might give him an error for the runs scored. So we'll have to see how they score that. But Baldwin sends home Danny Santana, and now the Sea Dogs lead by 2 here. And Brad Bergeson is going to have a chat here with James MacArthur. Probably nothing more than just to give him a second to calm down before the inning gets away from everybody. I like how Brock Stassi always comes in these meetings too. Sometimes somebody will pop in from the infield just to grab that rosin bag since it's so sweaty out, but Stassi comes in like he's part of it. I love it. I feel like that's such a thing that's team by team. Because I've seen some affiliates where every time the pitching coach comes out, the entire infield will come in. Usually the whole infield only comes in when the pitcher is being changed. But sometimes even at meetings at the mound, you'll see the entire infield come in, or sometimes you'll know that it's a player coming in to help translate. Not the case here since all of those guys are native English speaker. Runners on the corners now for James MacArthur. He's got 2 outs as he goes after the catcher, Cole Cottom. First pitch fouled over the plate. There's strike 1. Got him. Lines this one foul. And that's strike 2. And they are going to give Stokes an error on that play. Doesn't have many this summer. So he reached on a fielder's choice. So Baldwin doesn't even get credit for that, as Stokes was going to come to second with it if he could. And they're going to say the error is allowed. What Santana allowed, is what allowed Santana to score. That's what I'm trying to say. And so the Fightins have 2 errors in this inning, but MacArthur will get out of it with some high heat. He gets Cottom to strike out swinging. The Sea Dogs lead by 2 here. We're only in the first, so as we head into the second, it's going to be the Fightins and Logan O'Happy who gets a bat.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phil season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Well, Logan O'Hoppe is going to start us off here. This is his first Double-A at bat. He comes in with only numbers from High A this summer, batted .271 with 86 hits. 17 doubles, 2 triples, 13 home runs, and 48 RBIs, which is pretty fantastic for a catcher. He had a slow start in May, which pretty much everybody did, so he's battling back from that and has been fantastic ever since. Gets the call up here and takes a ball and a strike from Victor Santos. Santos comes downstairs. There's ball 2. Slow roller. Up the third base side, it's foul. If you have a second to go, check out Clearwater's Twitter page. They have a double rainbow after a small rain delay at their ballpark. O'Hoppe takes this ball out to right center field. It's going to drop in for at least extra bases. He's hustling for 2. He's going to hold up there, and his first Double-A hit is a double. And he gets himself in scoring position as the Fightins trail by 2 here in the top of the second. Rennie Kumana heading up with a runner on and nobody out. The starter from the prior day, always the bat boy for the Reading Fightin', so Adam Leverett out there grabbing O'Hoppe's bat as Rennie Kumana comes in with a runner on and nobody out. Santos sends it home for a strike. The middle infielders back deep. It looks like they're going to have the second baseman, Cannon, keep on O'Hoppe with the righty batter, Kumana. And the corner infielders playing in. Kumana, slow roller to second. O'Hoppe going to take third as he was going. Over to first. There's one away as the Fightins get a runner closer to scoring here. They're down by 2. And it's Brock Stassi who comes up to bat. Stassi 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 walks as well. Scored a run. As the Fightins batted around the order and then some in the top of the 6th yesterday. And he fouls one back for strike 1. We'll see who's going to get out. Ohapi's first double-A hit first. Is it going to be me or the Pipeline Twitter? We'll have to find out. As Stassi takes strike 2. Ohapi out on third. Might come all the way around the bases in his debut. And a pitch on the inside. Brock holds off. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1 out on the board. Santos gets him to pop it up. It's in shallow center field. I think it's deep enough for Ohapi to score. He's going to tag as it's caught by the center fielder. Here's the play at the plate. It's up the line, and Ohapi scores easily. He cuts the Sea Dogs lead in half as Reading trails by just 1 here in the top of the second. A nice sacrifice fly for Brock Stassi. And here is Luke Miller. Now with 2 away. Santos up to 34 pitches, trying to get out of the second as Miller lines it foul. Reading 1 run on 2 hits. They've made 2 errors in the field. The Sea Dogs 2 runs on 2 hits. They've been clean so far. We're only in the top of the second, though. And the wind picking up. It's kind of going left to right out of the park. Miller, ground ball into the Fightin's dugout. There's strike 2. Down and away goes Santos. Miller will hold off as the count evens to 2. Nice crowd here at Hadlock Field. Both nights in the 4,000s as Miller is caught looking to end the inning, but Reading puts 1 on the board. They trail by just 1 as we go into the bottom half of the second with James MacArthur.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Let's hear it for him. And thank you so much, Funtown's Washout. And the Sea Dogs would like to thank General Dynamics Bath Iron Works for sponsoring the second inning. Visit DIWcareers.com to join the team. Leading off for the Sea Dogs, The Beneficial Field batter, Jason Rosario.
James MacArthur out for another inning of work here. Reading trails by just 1 run in the bottom of the second inning. Rosario takes a swinging strike. Reading picked up 1 run, a sacrifice fly from Brock Stassi. To score Logan O'Hoppy. And so they trail by just 1 here in the bottom of the second at Hadlock Field. Kind of a check swing by Rosario, but he makes contact over to Bryson Stott at third, and there's your 1 away.
Left field, number 15, Jeremy Rivera.
Well, here's James MacArthur now to the number 9 hitter, Jeremy Rivera. As he gets an easy first out, he'll try to pitch a scoreless frame in the second. And Rivera fouls it back there, strike 2. MacArthur comes outside. The 1-2. Pop down the left field line. Steven tracking over. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2.
First batter is brought to you by Plumbers 911, the second baseman number 32, Cameron Cannon.
Back to the top of the order with Cameron Cannon. He started off the first with a walk and was able to take advantage of a throwing error by MacArthur to skirt his way over to second. Ground ball left side, it's foul. Strike number 1. Got to keep you updated as the game in AAA Lehigh Valley is about to start. Jack Perkins, who was called up on Tuesday, gets the start there. So I look forward to giving you guys the details. The righty comes home, gets a swinging strike on an off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. He's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. We'll see if he can settle in after a 2-run first inning. His ERA right now, 4.85, but his first inning ERA, 7.41. So usually MacArthur able to settle in, and he does as he gets a 1-2-3 inning, striking out Cameron Cannon to get out of the second cleanly. And it's your Reading Fightin' Phils who come up to bat down by 1 in the top of the third at Hadlock Field. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
What do you think, Big? Should Bruno go home a winner? That's right, he's going home a winner. Let's hear it for him. And thank you so much, Saco Valley Credit Union. Third inning is brought to you by Bath Savings, a full-service community bank of 10 branches along the coast of Maine. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank. Leading off for Reading, number 16, Sal Gazzo.
Well, James MacArthur comes back and gets a big 1-2-3 inning, notching his second strikeout of the game. And so he puts his team right back up to bat here in the top of the third. It is Sal Gazzo who leads us off against Victor Santos. Now, Gazzo has been around the world this summer, let's put it. Spent time in Jersey Shore, spent time in Reading, and has spent time in Lehigh Valley. But most of his time has been for the AAA squad. 38 games for Lehigh Valley as he goes down swinging on 3 pitches. 8 games for Reading. Now you can make it 9, and then 7 games for Jersey Shore. So the utility infielder has also been a utility active roster player. As there's one out, we go back to the top of the order with Matt Kroon. Gazzo very good-natured about it, though, just happy to be playing. As Kroon back to Santos. It's covered by the first baseman, thrown to the pitcher as he steps on the bag. And there's 2.
Third baseman, number 6, Bryson Stott.
Now it's on to Bryson Stott, who singled in his first at-bat. He's got the only hit for the Fightin', or one of 2 hits for the Fightin' Phils, as obviously Ohapi had that double. Santos comes home to Stott on the corner called strike. Santos works quickly, comes inside this time. There's ball 1. Stott takes strike 2. And with 2 strikes, Baldwin at third is going to take a couple steps back. Williams shaded more towards second with the lefty bat here. Blooper into left field is caught by Rivera, and Santos follows up MacArthur with a 1-2-3 frame of his own. So we're back in the bottom half as Reading still trails by 1 in the third. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Leading off for the Sea Dogs, the shortstop, the 51, Grant Williams.
James MacArthur here for his third frame. The Fightins trail by just one. He got a quick 1-2-3 to get out of the second. He'll get a sky-high pop-up from Grant Williams. Bryson Stott makes the catch. And there's one away on one pitch.
Number 3, Tristan Casas.
Here's Tristan Casas. MacArthur, 41 pitches to begin this inning. He's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. He's made a throwing error. And Stokes had an error as well, so only one of those runs is earned. As MacArthur comes inside. Ball 1. But Reading chipped away at the lead immediately, scored a run in the top of the second. So it's 2-1 here in the bottom of the third at Hadlock Field. MacArthur has gotten very aggressive as this game has gone on. Gets a foul ball back for strike 1. Casas grounded back to MacArthur himself. There he gets a called strike, the count 2-2. Fly ball out to left. Josh Stephen takes a couple steps in and makes the catch 2 away here for James MacArthur.
The service master firing what a cleanup there, Danny Santana.
Here's Danny Santana for the second time today. Had a base hit in the first. We'll probably only see him rehabbing here through about 5 innings. That's what they did for him on Tuesday. Takes strike 1 from MacArthur. Sets up, glove at the waist on the first base side of the rubber. Gets the sign from O'Hoppy. And he kicks and fires home Santana. Pops it foul there, strike 2. Now, a bunch of these pitchers on our roster did start the season in Jersey Shore, so they've had experience with O'Hoppy as their catcher. James MacArthur, not one of those guys. He's one of the few that has been on our roster the entire season. And he gets Santana. Ties him up with a pitch on the inside corner. And that'll be his third strikeout here to end the third. As we move on to the fourth, Reading trails by just 1 run.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient healthcare on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living. Yeah, right. That was pretty good with that head. That's gotta be like pretty top heavy, I feel like.
Sponsored by Consolidated Communications.
I'll tell Jackson to do it.
Leading off for Reading, number 10, Josh Stevens.
Into the top of the 4th inning here. As Josh Stevens leads us off. Reading trails by just 1 run. And Stevens gets it in the gap on the first pitch he sees between first and second. And they're going to start off this frame with a runner on and nobody out. Madison Stokes will head up to the plate. Stevens looks primed to take second. If he does, he'll lead the team in stolen bases with 5. We had Gamboa out in front, but he was since called up to AAA, so really want somebody to take sole possession of the leaderboard. Not to mention, getting himself in scoring position. Santos comes back to first as Stevens dives back safely. The game has started for Jack Perkins and the Iron Pigs, playing home at Coca-Cola Park. It's scoreless after 1. Perkins started off the game with a strikeout. Keep you updated there. 1 ball, 1 strike here, though, to Madison Stokes. Santos again going over to first. Stevens diving back. I think we're on the same wavelength here. As Stokes takes a called strike. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. See what he could do here as Reading has their tying run on first. Santos leaning down. He gets the sign from Cottom. Here's the 1-2. Bounces in the dirt. Cottom blocks it with his chest protector. Keeps it in front of him. 2-2. Steven out on first. There's nobody out. 2-2 inside. A good take by Madison Stokes. And the count is full here as Redding trying to get something on Santos here in the top of the fourth. Santos up to 53 pitches. 48 through 3 frames. MacArthur 51 through 3 frames. The payoff pitch fouled up the third base line, and we'll have to do it again. After Stokes, we'll be back to Logan O'Hoppe, who has the only run scored for the Fightins today. Santos slowing down with runners on. Another 3-2 pitch. Popped up in the outfield. The catch is going to be made by Rivera in left. And there's out number 1.
That fly out not brought to you by Otelco because they were going to hit it out of the park.
O'Hoppe will take the bat for the second time today. An opposite side double with 2 strikes. Got him on in the second. And we'll see what he can do now against Santos for the second time. This time we'll have a runner on. Holds off on the first pitch downstairs. Interestingly enough, the first time I had heard of O'Hoppe as a top prospect was actually when he was playing in the Australian Baseball League. The winter that I was down there, he played for the Adelaide Giants. Phillies have a good relationship with the ABL, so they send a lot of players there as he swings and misses. The count moves to 1-1. And so he played catcher and first out in Adelaide. Batted .258, 5 home runs, 5 doubles in Australia, and helped score 18 runs. The team made it to the playoffs, but they were bested by the team I worked for, actually, the Melbourne Aces. And that was actually the first time I had saw and heard of Logan O'Hoppe, so it's great to see him thriving here as he makes it to Double-A to end the 2021 season. Takes a ball in the dirt, 2-1. Steven still out on first. There's one away here as Redding trails by just a run in the top of the fourth. Santos comes home. O'Hoppe sends it into the sky. I think it's going to come into the stands, and that's where the lack of room in foul territory makes a difference, as O'Hoppe will go back to the plate with a 2-2 count instead. Runner on first, 1 out. Santos will go back to Steven. Closer than the last 2 times, but not enough as Steven slides under the tag. Another cool fact about O'Hoppe, they really just keep coming, is that he actually hit an inside the park home run at Citizens Bank Park with the summer camp earlier. And pretty cool claim to fame doing that at CBP. Another throw over by Santos. Steven is back safely. We'll see if he goes home with the 2-2 count. Ties him up on the inside. There's strike 3. And there's 2 away now with the runner on first for Granny Kumana. Santos picking up his 5th strikeout of the day. And Kumana will have the opportunity to get something going here with 2 outs at the top of the 4th. Nice baseball sky, but it's back behind the field. The sun sets behind the plate, so can't really see it from our angle. But the sun almost set here in Portland, Maine. The lights are on. Shadow's not an issue anymore on the field of play as Kumana takes back-to-back balls from Victor Santos. And there's a called strike at the knees. Checking in with the Philadelphia Phillies. They are scoreless at Citizens Bank against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're just beginning their match in the bottom of the first. And Kumana chases for strike two. Iron Pigs down by just one in the middle of the second at Coca-Cola Park. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. A 2-2 going is Steven. He slides in and is safe at second. 5th stolen base of the season for Josh Steven. And he gets himself into scoring position as Granny Kumana takes ball 3. A full count now with 2 outs at the top of the fourth. Reading trails by just 1 run. But that 1 run out on second. A slow rolling pop-up up to the hot corner. Granny Kumana beats out the throw at first. And on to third goes Josh Steven. Reading gets a runner closer to scoring. I think that's going to have to be a base hit. The throw was a little bit upstairs to Santana at first, but Kumana just popped it into a weird spot in front of the third baseman. He made a good play, but a swift runner. Granny down to first in time. And now Santos has runners on the corners here for Brock Stassi with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Stassi takes a called strike at the knees. He had a sacrifice fly that scored the only run of the day for Reading so far in the second. Now, can't do that here with 2 outs, but we'll see if he can keep the line moving. Takes a pitch in the dirt. Good block. Steven ready to hustle at third base if need be. Another pitch downstairs. The count moves to 2-1. Steven on third, Kumana on first. There's 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Portland leads 2-1 here as Santos up to 70 pitches trying to get out of the fourth. Now, he comes home with the 2-1 outside. Stassi, very mature approach at the plate, takes ball 3. Now Santos does have a base open here, but sends a called strike in to make the count full. Here's the payoff pitch outside. Granny was going, but Brock Stassi takes ball 4, and the Reading Fightin' Phils will have the bases loaded with 2 outs. A meeting at the mound as the catcher and the third baseman come in. Danny Santana is just going to grab that rosin back for Fightin Phils. Keep this frame going with Luke Miller. Steven on third, Kumana on second, Stassi on first here with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Reading trails by just 1, but they have an opportunity here to change that. Miller sends the first pitch he sees out to right. Tracking back, Rosario, and he makes the catch. That'll do it as the Fightins load the bases, but fail to score a run. So they're down by 1 going into the bottom of the fourth at Hadlock Field.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners. I know, I was going to say. Yeah, you wanted the inning to be over. You thought the inning was going to be over. You had no faith in Granny Kumana. Well, Granny Kumana continued the top of the fourth inning with a base hit, and Brock Stassi followed it up to load the bases in the fourth, but they weren't able to score a run, though. Nice to put some runners on. That's what you got to do if you want to start chipping away, and they have done that. So they trail by just 1. But it's James MacArthur's turn on the mound here against Devlin Granberg. He's given up just 2 runs on 2 hits, but he's pitched back-to-back 1-2-3 frames. Ground ball right into the glove of Brock Stassi. He calls off MacArthur. I'll make the play myself, and he does. 1 pitch, 1 away for James MacArthur here in the fourth. Now, I said this to Tom in the inning break. I find it very interesting. He has ended each inning with a swinging strikeout to cap it off. We'll see if he can continue that rolling in the fourth. He's already got 1 away. Here's Oldani Baldwin, who takes the ball downstairs. Back-to-back balls makes the count 2-0. And now he'll get a called strike. Baldwin looks like he wants to go, but he holds off on ball 3. MacArthur takes a step back with his left leg, kicks and fires. A slow rolling ground ball. Stott on the run. He fields it, fires it over to first. A great play by Bryson Stott at the hot corner. And there's out number 2. Here's Cole Cottom now. Struck out swinging to end the first. Strike number 1 here to Cole Cottom. MacArthur, 58 pitches here. They'll keep him in till the 80s if he's pitching well to get the foul ball into Reading's dugout there, strike 2. Pitch number 3 comes outside. 1 and 2. Infield back deep. MacArthur comes down and away. Cottom doesn't chase, so the count evens at 2. And he gets it. A called strike 3 to end the 4th. He's gotten a strikeout to get himself out of each inning. And another 1-2-3 frame for James MacArthur puts his team back to bat in the top of the 5th, down by just 1 run.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
James MacArthur has retired 10 batters straight since the first inning as he pitches another 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the 4th. So it is Reading who is back up to again as they trail by just 1 run here in the top of the 5th. Victor Santos still on the mound. It's Salgazzo who's up at the plate. Fouls one over. The third baseman Baldwin throws his hands up. He can't find it. It's just strike 1. Gazzo sends this pitch sky high. The first baseman backing up. Nobody can find it. And it's actually the right fielder Rosario who sprints in and makes the catch. both the first baseman Santana and Cannon, who had called everybody off, couldn't see the ball. That's one of those twilight balls we're talking about as the sun starts to set. But Rosario tracked it all the way in and made the catch. There's one away. Back to the top of the order with Matt Kroon as he fouls back the first pitch he sees. Ball one below the knees. Kroon 0 for 2 on the night. Riding a 4-game hit streak is Matt Kroon. Needs to get one today to continue that on. Pokes this one the opposite way, foul. We count 1 and 2 now. And Kroon strikes out swinging. There's out 2 for Victor Santos.
Third baseman number 6, Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott will head up. He's had one of Reading's 4 hits today. Comes outside, ball 1. Stott fouls back a pitch. Moves to 1 and 2. Santos gets another foul ball. Pitch number 84 of the night for the starter. And there is somebody stretching in their bullpen. I imagine they'll let him get up into the 90s to try to finish out this inning. He's already got 2 outs. But he's got Bryson Stott battling him up at the plate. Stott gets it past the second baseman, Cannon, who doesn't really even go for it. Right up the middle goes Bryson Stott. And he'll have another multi-hit game here in the month of August to keep this inning going, as Josh Stephen comes up with a runner on first. Caught him in like a full split behind the plate, really. He has that one leg kick out, but really down in the dirt as far as he can get. And he takes ball 1 down there to Josh Stephen. Stott already has 1 stolen base on the day. Looks jumpy out on first, but he'll hold off as Stephen takes a called strike. Manager Sean Williams giving some signs over there and the third base coach's box. And we'll see if Reading goes for a hit and run play here. The 1-2. Below the knees, a called strike. Stephen shakes his head at Fornarola. Santos leans in. He gets the sign from Cottom. With a runner on first and 2 away. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Reading trails by just 1 run in this ball game. Now they have 3 more hits than the Sea Dogs do, but they also have 2 more errors. As Santos comes home, Stott is going, but Stevens strikes out swinging to end the inning. And that'll do it here in the top of the 5th, as James MacArthur will come back out for another frame down by 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Go to cookingcommunity.org for details. And we'd like to thank Maine Medical Center for sponsoring the 5th inning. Maine Medical Center, centered around you. Leading off for the Sea Dogs, the Better Business Bureau batter, Jason Rosario.
James MacArthur back in for the bottom of the 5th inning. He's retired the last 10 batters that he has faced. And now he heads up with the bottom part of the lineup, Jason Rosario, who takes a ball. If you can hear any whirring in the background of the broadcast, I apologize. That is the Red Sox Hawkeye system that is trying to function in this heat. Theirs is near to the broadcast booth than the one at First Energy Stadium, which is in a contraption outside. Both teams switching from the TrackMan operation to the Hawkeye system in hopes for better analytics, as Rosario takes 3 balls and 1 strike. Now, we've seen MacArthur get to this count before, but he's stayed aggressive. As the righty comes to the lefty, he'll go outside this time, and he'll walk down Rosario, getting the first base runner since back in the 1st.
Left fielder number 15, Jeremy Rivera.
And here's the number 9 hitter, Jeremy Rivera. Stokes and Stott having a conversation about who's covering here on the left side of the infield. MacArthur goes over to Stassi up the first base line, so there's no tag. Stott is going to play in at third, but down the first base line goes Rivera, and Phillips, an animated point to the foul line. And instead of an extra base hit, Rivera is going to have to go back with a strike. Portland 2 runs on 2 hits. That'll happen back in the first inning. Reading 1 run on 5 hits. They've made 2 errors in the field. MacArthur comes home, swing and a miss out of Rivera. There's strike 2. That was his 70th pitch of the night. And the Fightins will probably get him at least into the 80s if they can. A slow rolling tip by Rivera, but it goes foul. And he's all the way down to first. He'll have to go back. Wind has died down here at Hadlock Field. That flag out in center not blowing really much at all here. And you can see the moisture in the air. It is sticky. MacArthur goes over to first again, but sliding back, Rosario. The Philadelphia Phillies trail by 2. Ground ball right side. Gazzo picks it up at second. He's just going to go over to first and get the out there. Not enough time to try to turn 2 as Rosario takes second. There's 1 out now as we go back to the top of the order for Cameron Cannon. Ready on ready matchup here. As both of them have won a battle in each at bat. Cannon walked first, then MacArthur got the strikeout the next time up. So we'll see who comes out on top here. MacArthur looks back at the runner on second. Here's the 1-1. Just below the knees, ball 2. And he gets a called strike inside this time, so 2-2 apiece. Cannon, a second-round pick back in 2019, so just his second professional season. And they're going to go to second, the tag by Gazzo, not in time. A good play there by MacArthur, but Rosario really not taking too much of a lead. And we'll see if he comes home this time as he gets the sign from O'Happy behind the plate. Sets up, glove at his waist to look back at second. Here's the 2-2. And the count is now full. Cannon, the number 25 prospect for the Boston Red Sox. And he was the Boston's top pick. Ground ball, right side. Gazzo makes the play over at first once again. Rosario shifting to third, but now there's 2 outs for James MacArthur, and the Fightin' Phil's here for Grant Williams. Williams has popped up twice. And he'll come up now with a runner on third. His team leads by just one here in the bottom of the fifth. Williams steps into the lefty batter's box. And he takes an offering outside. Ball in the dirt. Good stop by O'Hoppe. And it's 2-0. Anayuri Zabala warming up in the bullpen for the Fightin Phils as MacArthur hits that 80 pitch mark. He'll get a swing and a miss out of Williams. I bet they're going to try to let him finish this frame if he can. Stott playing in at third. Everyone else back deep. A slow roller back to the pitcher, underhanded. MacArthur to Stassi, and that'll do it to get out of the fifth inning. He strands a runner on the base pass. It's Reading's turn to bat, down by one in the top of the sixth.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
BBD.org.
Ryan Brazier is in to pitch for Victor Santos here in the sixth inning. So Santos, 5 innings of work, gives up 1 run and 5 hits to the Fightins. As Brazier comes in for the second time this series, just pitched 1 inning of work back on Tuesday on an MLB rehab assignment on 8 pitches. Cleaned the inning quick, got 1 strikeout. Brazier has been out of MLB since May 3rd with a left calf strain. On July 10th, started his rehab assignment, and he's battling back here in appearance number 2 with the Portland Sea Dogs. Reading trails by just 1 run. It's Madison Stokes who's going to start us off. Brazier gets a ball and a called strike here to Madison Stokes. Santos recorded 7 strikeouts against the Fightin Phils. Just issued 1 free pass, and they gave him a total of 91 pitches. And I probably think that that will be it for James MacArthur as well. So both starters giving their team 5 innings of work. And each just 1 earned run, although 2 runs have scored for the Sea Dogs. Stokes down 1-2 with a foul ball. Brazier gets the sign, and he comes up high to Madison Stokes. Brazier acquired by the Red Sox back in 2018. We talked about before his getting that World Series ring. And Madison Stokes strikes out, so there's 1 away here in the 6th for Logan O'Hoppe.
Number 36, Logan O'Hoppe.
O'Hoppe fouls back the first pitch he sees. There's strike 1. Now, as I was, doing my research on Logan, always like to read what they write about the guys on the prospect list. And the final line of O'Hoppe's profile really caught my attention. They said, and I quote, "He gets very high marks for his baseball rat mentality." And what is a baseball rat mentality? Well, it is a guy who really just loves the sport. He gets after it day in, day out. Ground ball left side, deep in the hole at short. Williams across to first. The throw is not in time, and it's going to be a 2-hit night for O'Hoppe as he gets himself down the first baseline quickly. And with 1 out, he'll hand the bat to Grenny Kumana. And what I think really exemplifies that baseball rat terminology is he won an award back in 2019 that basically was given out to a player that embodied, the Phillies mentality, love of the game, respect, hard work ethic, pride in yourself, your game, your teammates, as Kumana checks a swing and fouls this one up the line. And as they told me that O'Hoppe was coming up from Jersey Shore, their broadcaster reached out with, some facts about him, what kind of player he is, how he carries himself, says all great things about him. Honestly, probably the second best report I've ever gotten on a player other than Brock Stassi, who was like the epitome of greatness to all Fightin Phils fans. And as I met Stassi, I understand why. And I'll let you know how it goes with Logan as Granny Kumana sends this into center field. Granberg tracks it back. He'll make the catch, so O'Hoppe has to stay out on first with 2 outs now. But was told always talking to kids, signing autographs, staying late after the game. When he's in the on-deck circle, he's chatting it up with the fans. He really just loves the game and loves to play. And so I think he'll fit in baseball town pretty well, as he's out on first now for Brock Stassi. Two outs here, top of the 6th inning. Reading trails by 1 run, but they do have O'Hoppe out on first. Brazier goes over to first, but he dives back. Stassi sends it in the sky as he flips his bat. The catch is made by the third baseman, and the inning is over as Reading fails to put a run on the board. They are down by 1 going into the bottom of the 6th inning, and we'll take a short break as we find out who is going to come in to pitch for Reading.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
And the 6th inning is sponsored by the Better Business Bureau. Score a home run at bbb.org. This pitching change brought to you by the Royal River Heat Pump, specializing in the comfort and efficiency of your home or business.
James MacArthur hands the ball over to Anaures Zabala here for the bottom of the 6th inning. So both starters do in fact make it through 5 frames. MacArthur 5 innings of work, 2 hits, just 1 earned run, 2 runs though on the board for his team. And so Reading still trails by 1 as Zabala takes the ball here for the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Tristan Casas who starts it off. And of course, it wouldn't be a broadcast against the Red Sox affiliate if I failed to mention Chris Sale's immaculate inning that he had tonight. We saw an immaculate inning earlier in our season, Kyle Dowie, which is where you throw 3 pitches to each batter. They are all strikes. So you pitch 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 1, 2, 3 each guy. As the ball comes up high to Logan O'Hoppe. Now, this is a guy who he's caught before since Zabala began his season in Jersey Shore, so he knows how hard Anaures can throw, but sometimes command might be off a little bit. Casas sends this sky high. Josh Stephen makes a couple of steps, and there's one away. And they do leave Danny Santana in for more than 5. Saw him play defensively in the top half at first, but now he'll come into bat for the 3rd time tonight, 1 for 2. Has an RBI and a run scored as well. Zabala gets a called strike and then comes inside. Reading 1 run on 6 hits. Portland 2 runs on 2 hits. The righty gets 98 by the major leaguer, Santana. And the count moves to 1 and 2. he gets a swinging strike 3 out number 2. And the first strikeout for Ana Ures here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Devlin Granberg who'll have to face to get out of the frame quickly. Granberg chases the first offering he sees as the ball goes from 98 to 83. And there's strike 2. Dabala sets up, glove at his chest. Quickly he comes. Down and away, a good block by O'Hoppe. I know there's nobody on, but it's just nice to see his skill set back there. Gets a check swing out of Granberg. And he does go around on a pitch that bounces before the plate. Zabalo fools him, and the inning is over here as Granberg caught looking. A 1-2-3 for Ana Ures puts the Fightins right back up to bat, down by 1 in the top of the 7th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
The 7th inning is brought to you by Northern Light Mercy Hospital. A CMS 5-star hospital has been providing compassionate care to Greater Portland since 1918. Newsweek and U.S. News and World Report have named Mercy a top-performing hospital for quality, safety, and patient experience. Learn more at mainmadeus.com/mercy and join them as they enter the next century of care. This pitching change brought to you by Royal River Heat Pumps. Now pitching for the Sea Dogs, number 23, Tyler Olson. Leading off the Reading, the designated hitter number 2, Luke Miller.
We've had the same score here at Hadlock Field since the top of the 2nd inning. Portland started off the run scoring 2 in the bottom of the 1st. Reading put 1 up in the top of the 2nd, and that's where we've been. And now we're all the way in the top of the 7th inning. As we have another pitching change here, Ryan Brazier just got 1 inning of work, so Tyler Olson will come on for the Portland Sea Dogs. As he gets a ball and a swinging strike out of Luke Miller. It's our first time seeing Olson. Zabal, though, came in for relief of MacArthur in the bottom of the sixth, got 2 strikeouts to get out of the inning. As Miller goes out to left, but Rivera is right there, sticks up his glove and makes the catch. There's out number 1. Here's Salgazzo, 0 for 2. I think the sample size better for numbers for Lehigh Valley for Salgazzo. Played in 38 games there, batted .351 with 13 hits and 6 RBIs. Only played in 9 games for the Fightin' Phils this season as he fouls one back. Interestingly enough, Salgazzo began 2021 on the Fightin' Phils roster back on May 3rd. Did not play a game before he was sent up to Lehigh Valley. Came back to Reading. To Jersey Shore, to Lehigh Valley, to Reading, back to Lehigh Valley, and now back here to Reading. And gets a game over at second. We saw him play at third when Ortiz got hurt back on Tuesday night, so real utility player for the Philly system and needed everywhere as he fouls another one back. Reading has had 6 hits today. They just haven't been able to get them consecutively. As Gazzo holds off on a ball upstairs. Gazzo checks his swings. Does he go around? He does. And that'll be out number 2 on a strikeout to Salgazzo. And with 2 away, back to the top of the order, Matt Kroon. Trying to continue his hit streak. He'll come up with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And Kroon is going to do it. Sends a ground ball up the left side. It gets in the gap. And it'll head down to first easily. Reading has a runner on with 2 away, but they're in the best part of the order. Bryson Stott has had a multi-hit game already. Will head up here to face Tyler Olson. The lefty bat, Stott facing the lefty Olson here. Takes a 1-1. Going is Kroon. The throw down, not in time, as Matt Kroon swipes his 5th stolen base of the season. Everybody all over these Portland pitchers today. Haven't seen any stolen bases in the past 2 games on either side. Today, the Fightins take 3. I had to check my game notes. I can't imagine. We're going to see how many they've had this season. Got it in here somewhere. It wasn't too hard as Bryson Stott strikes out, slams his helmet on the ground in frustration. Here's what I'm looking for. Most stolen bases in a game was 2 by Matt Vierling. But I want team. So I'm going to have to look for that over the break. We'll take a short 7th inning stretch time here at Hadlock Field, and we'll be back for the bottom half as Reading trails by 1.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorrento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The Arphils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Zabala's going to get another inning of work after the reliever used just 10 pitches to get out of the sixth. He comes way inside to Roldani Baldwin for a ball. So Reading's 3 stolen bases this season. Tom and I determined, well, mostly Tom, used the little clickies on his computer to determine 2 stolen bases this season, a game high for Reading. So we've eclipsed that tonight as Matt Kroon swiped second. That was a 3 on the night. And he and Josh Stephen now have a team high of 5. Back-to-back balls here from Zabala as he comes inside again to Baldwin. Reading trails by just 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Baldwin kind of steps out of the box, and the pitch comes in. It's a clean pitch by Zabala, so it's strike 1. Must have called time and was not granted it by Fornarola. And Zabala whizzes 99 past Baldwin. So the count is now full after Anayuri is behind 3-0. And he gets him to strike out swinging. And that's out number 1, strikeout number 3 for Zabala. And here is Cole Cottom now. Cottom 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Cottom chases down and away. Can't imagine how tough it is to take a pitch that's 99 and then to see one that's 84. What are these guys way out in front? And Cottom chases a high fastball. That's strike 2. I haven't seen triple digits. Have you tracked? 1 pitch, Tom says he's tracked at 100. Zabala the 1-2 home, and he gets Cottom to strike out swinging. Ohapi puts the tag on him just in case. And that's out number 2. He's gotten 4 strikeouts in a row. And we'll see if we can finish off the bottom of the 7th quickly. That pitch hits 100 again from Zabala, but it is outside for a ball. Jason Rosario takes ball 2. Rosario walked in his last at-bat. The only run still coming back in the first and second. Swing and miss, strike at number 1. And another time that Rosario chases 99. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zabala just 1 pitch away from striking out the side. Setting down his 6th batter strike. He comes in inside. That's ball 3. It'll make the count full. And he comes at the head of Rosario, so they'll end up walking him down to first. Obviously not on purpose that these pitches are coming inside to these batters. No one seems miffed about it, as Rosario takes his 2nd free base of the day, and it's Jeremy Rivera who will come up with a runner on and 2 outs.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on,
Zabala, first pitch ball to the number 9 hitter, who's 0 for 2 today. One ball, 1 strike here, 2 outs, but there's a runner on first. There's been a lot of base runners on either side, but nobody has scored since the Sea Dogs scored 2 in the first and Reading 1 in the second. Low scoring ball game despite the 9 hits on the board. Right back to the pitcher, Zabala. Underhands over to Stassi, and that will do it. The Sea Dogs have just 2 hits in this ball game, but they lead by 1 run as it's Reading's turn to bat in the top of the 8th inning. They'll look to get some offensive action on the board.
Time for that perfect job. The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Saturday, August 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $20.30 per hour with potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Saturday, August 28th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
This has been such a great ball game at Hadlock Field. Reading trails by just 1 run. Now their pitching staff has retired the last 19 of the 21 batters they faced. They've just issued 2 walks in the time frame. All the runs they gave up were in the first, and James MacArthur and Zabala have done a great job at keeping them into this game. And Reading has gotten 7 hits. They just haven't been able to bat them in. So we'll see if they can do something about it. They've got 2 more innings to work with here as we enter the top of the 8th. And it's Josh Steven who's going to start us off. It'll be Steven, Stokes, and O'Hoppy. Steven takes a pitch downstairs. Tyler Olson in for his next frame of work, and a defensive substitution for the Portland Sea Dogs. Ryan Fitzgerald comes in for the first baseman, Danny Santana. So they left the major leaguer in there for longer than I imagined. So when it comes back up to bat, it'll be Fitzgerald over there, and he's over there now at first. Steven takes the 2-1 outside. It's 3-1. Reading just needs a base runner to start off this ball game, or to start off this inning. The ball game started 2 hours ago. A little bit of a late start, 6:25 with the chance of rain. They held the starters a bit. Steven sends it out to center field. Granberg back at the warning track. He makes the catch on the run. A deep fly ball from Josh Steven, just about a foot or two shy. And instead it goes in as out number 1 here for Madison Stokes. Stokes 0 for 3 today after having back-to-back 3-hit nights. Would love to see him go off here as he sends it down the line in left field. Is it going to bounce fair? It doesn't. And there's strike 2. This one comes in the dirt. Ball 1. Stokes drives this deep to left. Rivera all over it, but it's over the wall. A home run for Madison Stokes ties up this ball game in the top of the 8th, and that is his first home run on the road. Madison Stokes with 1 swing of the bat, and we're knotted up at 2.
The catcher number 36, Logan O'Hoppy.
Here's Logan O'Hoppy now as we're going to try to break this tie at 2 apiece in the top of the 8th. Right to that main monster went Madison Stokes. And out comes the catcher, Cottom, to talk to Olson here. Cottom has seen O'Hoppy twice, but this is the first time Olson will face off against him. He's only got 1 out here as Reading looks to add some more runs on the board. They've tied it up at 2. O'Hoppy has the power to send one over the fence as well, with the wind picking up out to center. The righty fouls this one back now, and it's 1-1. Madison Stokes has hit 11 home runs, 10 of them at First Energy Stadium, and 1 of them here at Hadlock Field as O'Hoppy sends it into shallow left field. It's the shortstop, Williams, who backs up and makes the catch. There's out number 2. And we're getting that card on Madison Stokes of 423 feet, Tom. That's crazy. 102 miles an hour off the bat. Came in at 74 miles an hour, so Stokes takes advantage of an off-speed pitch, and he drives it deep to left. 423 feet. That's far. Is that what you had on your end? He had the same. So we know it's legit. And here's Granny Kumana now with 2 outs. The score is tied at 2 apiece. Reading has had 8 hits just to Portland's 2. And Kumana lines it into the umpire foul. He is hopping on his foot. It hits him. And I can't believe he made that foul call like immediately after it hit him in the ankle. People are cheering on Louis Kruba over there at first as the third baseman Rodani Baldwin and manager Sean Williams check to make sure he's okay. He seems okay. And the ball was fouled by Kumana. So he's down 0-2. Kumana pops it foul, and he'll stay alive. Kumana fouls another one back, and the count is 1-2. Olsen up to 30 pitches in relief here. There is somebody warming up in their bullpen, and I think someone is throwing for the Fightins. I'm not sure they would send in Zabala in for a third, but quite possibly since he's been very solid as Kumana strikes out swinging. That will end the inning, but not before Madison Stokes drives one deep to left and ties up this ball game at 2. We have just a quick break coming for you before we get into the bottom of the 8th.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing. All happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin Field birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
A pitching change here as Anayuri Sabala hands the ball over to Kyle Dowie as he comes in the bottom of the 8th inning. trying to preserve this tied ball game and keep his team back in so they have the top of the ninth to bat. Reading has not allowed a hit since the first, and Tom says the last time that they have allowed 2 or fewer hits was that no-hitter back on July 3rd with Kyle Doey was in that one. Zach Warren, Brian Marconi, and of course Francisco Morales started us off with 6 clean frames. Slow roller up the third base line, but it is foul for Cameron Cannon as Doey has to face the top of the order. Adjusting his cropped pants above the knee. Fun fact, most of those guys cut them. And only a couple guys have them sewed. Jorge Bonifacio, one of them, he sewed them himself as Doey gets Cannon to chase. There is out number 1 here in the 8th and strikeout number 1 for Kyle Doey. Doey has been elite in relief here for the Fightin' Phils. 14 of his 19 outings have been scoreless. And his last frame. 1 inning of work, 2 strikeouts. Against the Bowie Bay Sox as a base knock for Grant Williams comes up the middle. And he gets on with 1 out for Tristan Casas. Casas 0 for 3 today. Just 1 of 3 batters in their lineup yet to reach. And he takes strike 1. Doey looks over at the runner on first. Now he comes home to Casas, checks his swing. He goes around there, strike 2. Doey takes a second before he comes in, way in. To Casas. That's ball 1. Forgot to be tweeting the score today. I'm so engrossed in the game, but that's okay. I've posted both of the runs, so we get this video of Madison Stokes' home run up to you guys. Foul ball back by Casas. And he'll keep his 1-2 count running. Was Grant Williams, but he'll have to go back. Doey comes set, glove at the waist. To look over at first. And now he comes in outside. It gets away from O'Hoppe. And that'll probably go in as a wild pitch that allows Williams to take second. And it kind of erases the double play ball for the Fightins as the go-ahead run for Portland advances to scoring position. Casas sends this deep to center field. Kroon is all over it. Tagging is Williams, and he'll advance easily to third. But there's 2 outs now on the board for Kyle Dowie, and he's going to have to face off against Fitzgerald for the first time tonight since Santana's bat is coming up, and Fitzgerald came in the top half defensively. Speaking of Chris Sale's immaculate inning, Kyle Dowie had one for us just about a month ago. Very exciting. But he's got 2 outs here with a runner on. And he comes inside. Does he clip him? He clips him. And so on a hit by pitch, Fitzgerald will get to first. And it'll be on Devlin Granberg with runners on the corners and 2 away now. And that was a wild pitch by Kyle Dowie that allowed Williams to advance to second. But he has an opportunity to get out of this frame clean and give his team a chance to come on top after they tied it up in the top half. The lefty gets a pop-up foul. Strike 1. Dowie gets the sign from O'Hoppe. He is setting up inside on the dish. His glove right down the middle, though. Runners on the corners. Dowie comes home inside. Does he check his swing? No. And it's 1-1 now. Williams on third, Fitzgerald on first. Dowie, the lefty, kicks and fires, and he gets a swing and a miss out of Granberg. 93 there from Kyle Dowie, and he's 1 strike away from getting out of the frame clean. The Portland fans here cheering on the Red Sox affiliate. Dowie with the 1-2, gets another foul ball out of Granberg, and he stays alive. Dowie a strike away. The lefty leans over, gets the call. He sets up now. A big step and another foul ball from Granberg will do it again. Speaking of teams getting few hits, our AAA affiliate Lehigh Valley is currently being no hit, so we'll talk about that if you believe in broadcast jinx, which I don't, but anything to help our affiliates out. Try to get a hit off of Scranton. But here at our game, runners on the corners with 2 outs. We're tied at 2. Dowie comes home upstairs. A great pop by O'Hoppe to try to make sure that Fitzgerald does not advance. And the count evens at 2. The 2-2 by Dowie. Popped foul, chasing it is Brock Stassi, but he can't get to it in time. That was Dowie's 20th pitch. Two on, 2 out. We're tied up at 2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dowie comes home, a swing and a miss out of Granberg, and he gets out of the inning clean. A pair of strikeouts to bookend the bottom of the 8th, and we're all tied up at 2 going into the top of the 9th inning. It is Redding who will be up to bat.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
This pitching change is brought to you by Royal River Heat Pumps, specializing in the comfort and efficiency of your home or business. Pitching for the Sea Dogs, number 16, Jose Disla. And continuing to play first base, number 22, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Well, Tyler Olson passes the ball over to Jose Disla. Fastball slider change on his repertoire here as the Fightins try to take the lead in a 2-2 tie as we merge into the final inning of work here at Hadlock Field. It'll be Brock Stassi who's going to lead us off right now. Stassi had that sacrifice fly to score Reading's first run and also walked today. So still looking for his first hit, but he has been productive for the Fightin' Phils. And he swings and misses. Strike one. The third baseman, Baldwin, playing in close. Everybody else is back deep here for the lefty bat. Stassi takes a ball, and the count moves to 1-1. That flag out in center is now down by the pole, so no wind to impact here in the top of the ninth as of now. And Stassi takes ball two. There's a called strike two at the knees. Stassi sends it right back to the pitcher onto first. And there's one away. Now, Portland, the home team, they will have an opportunity to walk it off in the bottom of the ninth should Reading not score. But they still have two outs here in the top half with Luke Miller, who's up. It's Miller and Gazzo, both of them still looking for their first hit of the night. On the bench are the two catchers, Jack Conley and Colby Fetch. As Miller fouls back the first pitch he sees. Sends it deep to left center field. Tracking back, Rivera. It's going to bounce off the wall. Miller hustling for two. A stand-up double here as Miller gets himself in scoring position. That is the go-ahead run here for Luke Miller. And his first hit of the day. Great timing as Salgazzo heads up here. Wonder if he'll try to lay down a bunt just to move over Miller with only one out on the board. That ball traveled 391 feet, 95 miles an hour off the bat of Luke Miller. Anywhere else, that would have been a home run. And they're going to put a pinch runner in for Luke Miller as Chris Cornelius is out at second. And the first pitch coming inside to Salgazzo. Looking back at second is Diesla. Now he'll come home, the 0-1 downstairs. One out on the board with the go-ahead run on second here, tied up at 2 in the top of the ninth. Diesla again in the dirt. Good block by his catcher, caught him. They've put Chris Cornelius into pinch run at second. Ready on lefty matchup with the switch hitting Gazzo, batting from the left side this entire game. He sends it up the middle. His first hit of the day is going to score Cornelius. He's being sent home by Williams. There's not going to be a throw, and Salgazzo with an RBI single for the go-ahead run puts Reading on top 3-2 in the top of the ninth.
Center fielder number 12, Matt Curry.
And a big hit for Salgazzo with runners in scoring position as Reading gets on top here late in this ballgame. Diesla still has just one out here as Matt Kroon heads up to bat. As we go back to the top of the order here in the top of the ninth inning. This is Kroon's 5th time up at the plate. One ball, one strike. He's 1 for 4. Also has a stolen base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nobody up in the bullpen for Portland, so they are going to rely on Diesla to try to get them through. A slow roller over to second. They're going to try to turn 2. Matt Kroon is going to run it out at first, and they'll just get a fielder's choice here with Gazzo out at second. What a hustle by Matt Kroon to have him safe at first to continue this inning. Here's Bryson Stott now with 2 away as Kroon replaces Gazzo on first. in the dirt. Caught him all over it. It's ball one. Stott 2 for 4 today, as he'll start over his hit streak, but continuing his on-base streak to 10 games consecutively. As Stott takes a pitch upstairs for a called strike. Stott has reached on a hit in 17 of the 21 games he has played this month. Well, now you can make it 18 of 22. And 16 of them were multi-hits. So 16 of the 22 games he has played, he has gotten more than one hit. Pretty impressive for the top prospect as he takes ball number 2. Leaning over is Diesla. He goes over to first. Fitzgerald has to jump to keep this ball getting away from the first base territory. As you know, Kroon would hustle over if he could. Three balls, one strike here as Bryson Stott is trying to keep this inning going. And he'll foul this pitch back behind the stadium. The count is now full. Bryson Stott deep to right field, and Ben Phillips points it foul. So Bryson Stott is going to have to travel all the way back. Brian Marconi warming for the Fightin' Phils here. We have not seen a pitcher throw back-to-back days so far this season. If Marconi comes in, he would be the first to do so, but obviously the best pitcher for the job is Bryson Stott. Sends this deep to right field. Going back, it is in the third deck of the seats. Bryson Stott with a 2-run home run, and he puts Reading on top 5-2 here. Talk about giving your closer some wiggle room. As Stott sends one, pulls it down the right field line. His 9th here in Double-A. And a 3-hit day for Bryson Stott as he scores Matt Kroon. Way to battle there with a full count. Fouling him off, and he finally sends it into the upper deck. Free lead. Still trying to cut Gazzo's highlight here. And I will definitely get one up for Stott. I hear them coming with the paperwork. Thank you. Bryson Stott, 390 feet, exit velocity of 94 miles an hour on an 87-mile-an-hour pitch. Bryce Harper better tweet Roomy Homer times 9. As Josh Stevens sends an 0-2 up. It's in foul territory. It's just whether somebody can get to it. I can't see from here, but since nobody's making a move, it's foul. So Steven back again. Fouls it the opposite way this time. Sean Williams fields it, throws it to a fan in the stands, and he'll keep his 0-2. Takes a pitch inside. There's ball one. Diesla up to 28 pitches, and they're still going to rely on him to get out of this frame. It's still a save situation if Marconi were to come in. Josh Stevens sends this into right center. It is Granberg who's all over it. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it. But Reading plates 3. 1 off Salgazzo, 2 off Bryson Stott's home run. And they lead 5-3 going into the bottom of the ninth as the game has swung in their favor right at the back end.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yuengling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Viss Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Leading off for the Sea Dogs, the Harvard Pilgrim, winner, number 2, Rodani Baldwin.
Into the bottom of the ninth we go, a save situation, so Reading calls upon the best that they have. It's Brian Marconi, back-to-back days. The first time we've seen anybody do it, but if it's anybody's game, it's Brian Marconi's. He struck out the side yesterday, and he gets a swinging strike out of Rodani Baldwin to start it off. He only threw 15 pitches, so didn't waste a lot of energy yesterday on getting the job done. As he comes home to Baldwin, off-speed pitch makes it strike 2. Now Marconi, 10 for 11 in saves this season. That's good for tied in the AA Northeast. Now if he gets one more, he'll take sole possession of the lead as Baldwin sends it sky high. It's Logan O'Hoppe who makes the catch without even ripping his mask off. What a play by the catcher. And there's one out. Marconi just needs 2 more to save the day. Now, Reading gave him a little bit of a cushion. They scored 2 in the top half. Or 3 in the top half. 1 off of Gazzo and 2 off of Bryson Stott. And this is what it should be. It should be this fun. It should be this exciting. Reading has done a great job in this series of making that happen. As Marconi comes away to Cole Cottom. He's in a good spot in the order. He's got the 6, 7, and 8 guys. Cottom 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today, as Marconi gets him to send one deep to left, going back. It's off the wall. Now the main monster out there, so it's going to bounce back into play, and Steven sends it in, so it's a double for Cottom. And he gets himself on second here for Jason Rosario, 0 for 1 with a pair of doubles. Rosario takes ball 1. Now remember, Reading has a 3-run lead here. They've had 11 hits in this ball game, so they've given Marconi some wiggle room to make the save here. And there's only been one ball game in which he has failed to do that, so this will be a big moment. Marconi kicks and fires home upstairs to Rosario, 2 and 1. There's one out on the board here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And no wind to help anybody. Marconi gets the sign from Ohapi. Now he pitched to Ohapi way back for about 2 weeks. And Jersey Shore, that was a long time ago, from the beginning of, well, it's a little bit longer than that, since he got here on early May, I believe it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Rosario. Kicks and fires home upstairs. Out on second, Cole Cottom. Marconi takes a second. He'll grab that rosin bag before stepping on the rubber. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out on the board. The lefty sends the payoff pitch inside. Rosario heads to first on a free pass. There's 2 on and 1 out for Marconi. But with the runner on first, that does set up Reading here for the double play. Rosario's walked 3 times today. And here's Jeremy Rivera, who's 0 for 3. Marconi leans over. Ohapi gives him the sign. Rivera makes it a lefty on righty matchup. He gets a first pitch called strike. After Rivera, he'll go back to the top of the order with Cameron Cannon. Cottom on second, Rosario on first. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th, and Reading leads by 3. An opportunity to win here, as Rivera way behind, strike 2. If they win here, they claim at least a split series against the Portland Sea Dogs, who swept them back at home. So this would be a big win to do at least a split here at Hadlock Field. But great baseball being played as well. Love to see that. Here's the 0-2 from Marconi. Rivera pops it up foul. It comes out of the field of play. Madison Stokes at short is keeping tabs on Cole Cottom. He'll get close to the bag, and then when Marconi about ready to release, he'll head back closer to shortstop territory. Trying to keep tabs on both his position and the runner. Here's the 0-2 from Marconi. Foul ball, and Rivera will get another shot at it. The 0-2 again from Marconi, a called strike 3. Fornarola rings up Jeremy Rivera, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th for Brian Marconi. Back to the top of the order now with Cameron Cannon. He is 0 for 3 today, walked in the first and scored one of the only 2 runs on the board. Fightin's pitching staff has held Portland to just 4 hits today, 2 runs. Reading 5 runs on 11 hits. Really kind of bookend this ball game. 1 in the 2nd, and 1 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. Marconi comes home a little bit low to Cameron Cannon. There's ball 1. Now the Sea Dogs have 2 on. That's Cole Cottom at 2nd and Rosario at 1st. So the tying run is at the plate here with Cameron Cannon. Time is called by the batter. It's granted by Fornarola. He'll step out. Marconi is going to take his time to get back on the rubber here. The lefty sets up on the first base side. The Sea Dogs fans excited here. An opportunity for Reading to slam the door shut. Marconi downstairs again, ball 2. He's up to 18 pitches here, so combined with yesterday's work, that's 32. So still not a lot, still not his most in one game. But the first time a Fightin's pitcher has gone back-to-back days. And Marconi a chance for his 11th save of the season. The lefty comes home. He gets a check swing and a called strike there. It's 2-1. Two runners on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Reading leads by 3. Marconi stands tall. Here's his pitch to Cannon. Inside, ball 3. Now he's got an open base. Obviously would not want to put the tying run out on first and have the go-ahead up to bat. But he does have spot for him. Sending him to first is not the worst option here. Marconi 3 balls and 1 strike to Cannon. There's 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. The lefty kicks and fires home. Big swing and a miss as he whizzes 90 by Cannon. The count is now full and he is 1 strike away from getting out of this ball game. Marconi stands tall. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a called strike 3. Fornarola rings up Cameron Cannon, and Brian Marconi, his 11th save of the season. He leads the AA Northeast, and the Reading Fightin' fills to victory here 5-2, as Reading scores 3 runs in the top of the 9th, and they take 3 games from the Portland Sea Dogs. Everybody looks jazzed up about it as they high-five down the mound to second base Reading a big victory over the Portland Sea Dogs as Sal Gazzo, well, let's go back to Madison Stokes' solo shot to tie us up at 2. In the top of the 8th, Sal Gazzo, an RBI single for the go-ahead run. And Bryson Stott, a 2-run shot for some insurance runs as Reading wins 5-2. A big save by Brian Marconi on back-to-back days. He gets his 10th and 11th here and slams the door shut on the Portland Sea Dogs. Tomorrow's game, 6 o'clock start here at Hadlock Field. I'll be on the call with you guys. Thanks so much for listening. The Fightin' Phils, a big 5-2 win over the Portland Sea Dogs.